Yes, I'm coming from Ministry of Welfare of Latvia. My name is Dace Kampanus, and I work in Disability Policy Department. And really thank you once again from my side for the invitation and the opportunity to share Latvia's experience on developing the supported decision-making service. First of all, a little bit of national context. Population of Latvia is less than 2 million. We have increasingly aging population. I think it's common in Europe. Latvia's rate of disability is 11.6% of the population. And according to official disability statistics, more women than men experience disability. And we are also one of the countries which grants official disability status for persons in retirement age. And disability is more prevalent among elderly population. And sorry, yeah, when we speak about legal background of supported decision-making concept, as the previous speaker told, we look at Article 19 and Article 12 of the UNCRPD Convention. Article 19, right to live independently and being included in the community, and Article 12, equal recognition before the law. Yes, Latvia ratified the UNCRPD Convention in 2010. And UNCRPD stipulates that persons with mental and intellectual disabilities have the right to full legal capacity, respecting their will and preferences, at the same time requiring member states to provide persons with the support they may need in exercising their legal capacity. And in Latvia, in 2012, a large-scale reform of the Legal Capacity Institute was carried out, and as a constitutional court recognized that the existing regulation of the civil law on full deprivation of legal capacity doesn't comply with the UNCRPD. And yes, we made amendments in civil law regulations, and from 2013, legal capacity in Latvia can be restricted only partially and only in property rights regarding financial issues. So no restrictions anymore in personal rights, like the rights to marry, have children, vote, choose a place of residence, submit applications. And legal capacity in Latvia can be made only in exceptional cases by the court, and only regarding these financial issues. Like closing monetary contracts dealing with property. And when evaluating a person's abilities, the court first determines whether and to what extent the guardian acts together with the person under guardianship, and only then whether and to what extent the guardian will act independently in place of person. Yes, and actually it requires and still requires a major change in mindset, also for judges and in society generally, that this substitute decision making is like a history, and it is not in line with the convention. And what actually convention requires is a new forms of support and supported decision making approach. And some words about pilot project. In Latvia, we tested and developed this new social service as a community-based social service. The project was carried out by the ministry in cooperation with the Association Resource Center for People with Mental Disabilities, ZELDA. It was in EU Structural Funds programming previous programming period 2014 and 2012. And as far as I know, our project was one of the biggest in Europe. We provided support in 2 years period for 332 persons, and pilot project provided excellent results. persons with mental disability started work or education suited to their individual needs. With appropriate assistance, people could sort out many legal issues. People learned how to pay utility or telephone bills, applied for benefits, settled inheritance cases, loans started to be paid or repaid, debt collection processes were resolved, etc., etc. And but what is most important, I think, that people confirmed after this project that by having the service, they feel safer, more independent, and that their quality of life has increased, and the need for frequent hospitalization decreased. And this project was also like a good example of a partnership between state and NGO sector, when both parties bring their experience and expertise together. And I'm really happy about what we achieved in this project. And my last slide about current situation. And starting November 1st, 2023, the supported decision-making service is ensured from the state budget, so not anymore a project, but really from the new social service from the state budget. And I am glad that even in difficult budgetary circumstances, we convinced our government and parliament that this is essential for society, and amendments were made in the law, social service law, and services provided by NGO Zelda. This is state function delegated now to the NGO, and the support the persons are specially trained professionals by the Zelda. And depending on the amount of support a person needs, support in decision making can be provided from 8 to 35 hours per month. And supported decision making service can be used as an alternative to deprivation of legal capacity. A court can decides that before to restrict capacity, a supported decision-making service should be tried first in order to use less restrictive means. And but I have to admit that service cannot support absolutely everyone. Legal capacity of persons with very severe intellectual disabilities still can be restricted by the court. I know what UNCRPD committee says about that. And of course, the recommendation is that even partial restriction of the legal capacity is a violation of the UNCRPD. But yes, we stand in front of the future challenges when actually norms on partial restriction should be repealed and replaced with another regulation. And we have to, together with Ministry of Justice, to look to these new forms what we create. For example, power of attorney for a family member designated by the court or some others. So we move forward step by step. We are happy about what we have accomplished, but we are fully aware that there is still a way to go to completely comply with the convention. So it's all from my side. I'm so sorry. Yes, and I'm ready to answer to the questions if you have.